Oh, now you change it. What's up, everyone? Shoe Buddy Sports coming at you Tuesday night. I'm your host, Grandpa. On this screen, that's Bradley. On the other, say what's up, Bradley.
How's it going?
It's going. Yeah, it's going. I'll put it that way. But we got a few things to talk about, and maybe I don't know. We got some stuff to talk about. We'll do that and then some before we get going. Y'all know the drill. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor. Shoe Booty Sports is presented by Rhino Races. Rhino Races is a virtual race series that offers five different races: a 5K, 10K, half marathon, a marathon, and the one of a kind Rhino Ultra. You can sign up for one or all five of their races at rhinoraces.com. Run your race at your convenience and track it with your fitness app of choice. Screenshot your results as proof of completion. Submit your screenshot to rhinoraces.com under the submit results section. Once your results are verified by Rhino Races staff, your award will be shipped to you by mail. Also, check out their gear section while you're there for t-shirts, wristbands, decals, and more. That's rhinoraces.com. Rhino Races is the premier virtual running series. You can find us, Shoe Booty Sports, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on X at Shoe Booty Sports. Okay. Um, I understand the Razorbacks played Saturday.
Apparently. Yep.
I didn't see the game. Now I that's I saw, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes worth of the game. So here,
It's all
here was my,
zero. It's all
okay.
0.0.
So you
Thanks
saw
to
even less. You saw
yeah,
even less than.
thanks to the Disney greed. I saw 0.0.
Yeah, when did that take? I believe that took place.
They they pulled it last Thursday at midnight
Okay.
during the World Series, so nobody noticed.
Yeah. So yeah, YouTube TV is no longer has ESPN or the SEC Network, anything affiliated with
There's
ESPN.
no point in having it.
Yeah,
There's no point in
that's
having YouTube TV.
that's you're correct. I basically watch it for sports, and I want to watch pro football, college football, basketball, baseball, all that. And yeah, there's not a deal in place with YouTube TV. Is that going to get straightened out? It's my understanding that they're still working on something.
Oh, it'll get straightened out. The prices for YouTube TV will go up because of it.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens then and go from there. I'm not getting another streaming service though. I'm
No.
just
Well,
not.
that's what Disney wants you to do. They want you to get the Disney ESPN ABC exclusive package for like $50 a month.
Yeah, I'm not
I mean, I
good.
already don't like Disney. I mean, ESPN's going down the toilet pretty over the past couple of years. Uh, so I
Yeah,
don't know. We'll see.
plus an ESPN Plus on top of that is, or their package is $30 a month. I'm not paying that. I have plenty of TV options. I'm good. If anything, I'll search it on actual YouTube, which I did the Arkansas Auburn game. Wish I didn't do that just because it was a terrible fourth quarter and by Arkansas, and I
Another
was
terrible fourth quarter by Arkansas? Are you kidding? What?
yeah, that's their thing apparently. But okay, here was my weekend. So I was in Fort Smith Friday night and Saturday morning. I had a half marathon, and then I went with my friend Michelle. We went to this little bitty community about 30 minutes outside of Eureka Springs, right? And she was wanting to go look at an RV. We went and did that, and then she didn't end up getting it. It was a good engine, but it was just too big of a project for her, and uh, just decided not to. And then I made the comment. She was kind of sad about it. I was like, we could just say, because we were going to go back home. I was like, we could just say, screw it, let's go to Eureka Springs for the night, just hang out, and because it was Saturday, it was still pretty early. It was like, I don't know, 2:30 maybe. Um, and then we go to Dollar General and we go to the car, and she's like, "So do you want to go to Eureka Springs?" And I was like, Well, if we're gonna do it, it's right there. it's let's go ahead and do it. So yeah, we did that. We got a room at the Crescent and hung out in Eureka Springs. I turned the game. I think I turned the game on when we got checked in just to see how it was going, and it was close. And then we walked around the hotel. If you know anything about the Crescent, have you been to the Crescent Hotel?
No.
Okay. Well, on their top floor, they got a bar. Like they got a bar slash pizzeria, and the game was on the TV there. So I glanced, and then it was still a close game. And then we go out and about around town. It was still early in the ball game, and we go to eat dinner. And I'm checking the score, like as we're going into this place, and Arkansas is up 10. They're up whatever it was. They were up 10 points. And as we're finishing dinner, I'm like, let me check the score. Mississippi State's up two, or yeah, they were up two. They had just scored, about to kick the extra point with seconds left to win the game. Now I was like, look at this BS. And she was, of course, like, every time. And so it was a good call to, and she originally wasn't going to, she wanted to go with me to the half marathon to basically just to piggyback off that trip so she could go look at that RV. And she said, no, I don't want to do that because I know you're going to want to come back and watch the game, the Razorback game. And I said, no, not really. I was like, I don't want to watch it that bad. If you want to go do
Yeah.
this, I'm game. So that's what happened. And we went and did that instead. And I have no regrets about it, obviously, from the outcome. But it's another Arkansas. The penalties. I thought people were exaggerating about the penalties. Almost 200 yards of penalties. A record, right?
Only three penalties in the first quarter for not even 20 yards. We waited until, or in the first half. We waited until the second half to start being full not smart, we'll say.
That's wild. And I didn't see the game, so I don't know the context behind it. I know the ones that I saw, there were a lot just for the little bit that I saw.
I heard there are some questionable ones,
Well, I'm
but
sure there were, but a lot of it looks like extra or after the play stuff, fighting between the two teams. And, Mississippi State's always a scrappy bunch. They always are. And
most of the time, yeah.
yeah, and I could see that being an issue between Arkansas and them. And it was, but Arkansas, I don't know what the penalties were for Mississippi State, but almost 200 yards of penalties. There's no
Oh,
excuse for
they I think Mississippi State only had like 40 yards penalties or 30 yards.
it. Yeah. Well, they deserved to win the game then. I saw Taylor Green's numbers. They weren't terrible. They weren't good either or great, but they weren't terrible. Uh, yeah, but same.
The only play I watched on that game, or only play I seen, was the last game where they scored, where our all-star defense missed like four freaking tackles and let him just walk into the end zone.
I heard about that. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Of
Uh,
course, I don't know what it is with our DBs thinking they can just shoulder hit somebody to the ground. They're not in junior high anymore. They can't do that crap. It
yeah, it's
never
a thing.
works out, but they keep trying it. So I don't know what the heck they're doing in practice. It's obviously not practicing tackling or practicing coverage. I don't know what the defense does. They might
Well,
just sit there and color in books because that's what it looks like.
yeah, I don't know what they do either. Taylor Green probably looks like Johnny Manziel in practice going against this defense. It's bad, but yeah, it's a different week, same outcome. That's what I meant to say earlier. Different week, same outcome. Not surprised in the least bit.
Found a new way to lose.
So yeah, it
At
will
least we're
officially
getting creative
be.
about it.
I
I
guess
mean,
so.
because the first three, gut wrenching, heartbreaking losses were the exact same way. We're going in to score on the final drive of the game to win, and we fumble the freaking ball. Uh, yeah, so at least we changed it up from that.
Yeah, and I think Petrino is. I still
He
think
gone.
Petrino's going to be. No, I think he's going to be the
He's
coach.
done. He's done. No, he's done. We'll get somebody else to come in here and screw up a program for us. We'll get some no name. It won't be Bob Petrino. It's not going to be anybody we probably ever heard of, but we're going to get somebody new in there. And
Yeah.
at this point, oh my God, it's probably going to be freaking Mike Gundy. He's going to be the only one that wants the job.
Well, see, that's the thing. I was going to say Petrino's still probably going to be the coach just by default because who else is going to want the job? And this is what they're going to say.
They should just clean house, clean everybody, kick everybody off the team. Just go ahead and do that, and just bring in people because we're going to suck for the next 4 years anyways. Just rebuild completely. Hell, cancel the football program for all I care. Just do something, man. We can make it the college's biggest women's soccer stadium. Let's just do that. At least we'll win freaking games in that stadium.
Hey, shout out to the women's soccer team. I haven't
SEC
checked on,
champs.
yeah, SEC champions. We should talk about them more on the show rather than the football team. You make a good point. Put all that money you put into football into the soccer and basketball and baseball team, etc.
Screw football because we obviously don't know what we're doing 85% of the time. And go ahead and, maybe we'll make way for, Kentucky to do the same thing. One of the Mississippi schools to do the same thing. Uh, who
Well,
else sucks? Maybe
not one.
Vandy on most
It's
of their years. Uh, yeah. Just set the whole freaking program on fire. Let's put dirt on it, forget we ever did it, and just be happy with the rest of our lives. That we don't have to watch any more heartbreaking Razorback football and the crappy, terrible product that gets put on the field week after week, year after year, decade after freaking decade. It's terrible.
Yeah, I agree. That was a pretty good little rant there that you had. Just want to give kudos to that real quick. But yeah, if Petrino, I hope you're right. I hope that in that sense, I mean, I hope that they just clean house and they go get a guy that we've never heard of, some up and comer that
I don't
can
care if he's up and comer. Just
maybe has
I'm going
some.
to put my resume in there to become head coach. Hey, they can pay me $1 million a season to lose freaking games. I have no problem with that. I'll save them money, and we can still have the same product on the field. Terribleness.
It's going to be the same outcome. But here's the thing for there are going to be people that are going to defend Petrino as the potential next hire because they're going to
There's
say,
also
and well, hang on, here's why they're going to say that the games have at least been closer. They're going to say, well, we're scoring points there, and well, this isn't really his team. Wait till he gets his guys in, and it's going to be the same thing if that's what happens. By that, I mean what we've been seeing. This isn't 2007 anymore, 2011 anymore. It's a different ball game. It's pro football now. It's not college football anymore. It's pro football now. And what Petrino did then isn't working now. That's why it didn't work for him at Louisville the second time around. That's why it hasn't worked now. To present day. Can the guy coach X's and O's football offense? Yes, he can. But the defense is still trash. It's and even if had Petrino had the motorcycle wreck never happened, or had he had his life together, right? But
biggest,
yeah,
biggest.
uh, it was eventually going to come back down to earth. The program,
Is eventually going to crash and burn. Yes.
yeah, because that team the next year wasn't an 11-win team. Now they might have won seven, they might have won 7 games, maybe 8. That following year they went 4-8. But the program was going to come back down to earth.
Tyler Wilson doesn't get injured that season. It's different too.
Yeah, but point being, it wasn't going to be. It wasn't like Petrino built it from a 5-7 team to whatever ended, or 8-5, and then 10-3, and then 11-2. It wasn't going to stay at 11-2 or even get upward. It was going to come back down to earth, and probably get worse because of I mean, what we're seeing now, just in this new era of college football.
I mean, it would have gotten worse because all of our assistants would have been volleyball players by the end of it. I mean, he'd just been hiring them all.
Yeah, I mean he was a rock star for those 4 years he was at
Hey,
Arkansas, especially the last two.
I mean, you can't blame him. Tall blondes, man. I mean, he's only human.
Yeah, we're not condoning hooking up with the student, whatever you call them.
She's a grad student thing.
Okay,
Still a student.
inappropriate behavior for a faculty member and student. Put it that way. No, we're not condoning that. Just, but yeah, it would have come back down to earth, and I hope you're right. I hope they just scrap everything, and I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Right? I
I,
don't know what they should do. Well, yeah, I do know
honestly,
what I do know what they should do. They should do what you're saying as far as getting somebody else cleaning house, but I don't know what they're going to do.
I mean, at this point, I don't know. I'm almost to where I just don't care. Like,
I'm already there.
I mean, no, I mean, I don't even care about the future of hog football.
Just pay attention to something else now, like
Yep. I'm
basketball.
gonna, dude. I think I'm just gonna pick some. Who's up and coming in the Big Ten? I'll just pick somebody from the Big Ten. They'll be my new college team. Uh, and yeah, I just forget all about Arkansas.
Well, I mean, I've said it. The Big Ten is, I mean, they're the new SEC. I mean, they are what the SEC was 10 years ago because they've adapted to this new model of college football much better and bringing in all those Pac-12 teams that are now Big Ten teams, which is really Big 20 or whatever it is. You got a game on. You got a Big Ten game on from moment
Yeah.
the sun comes up to when it's midnight.
And plus, with YouTube TV, at least we can watch Big Ten football.
That's the thing. You can still watch Big Ten football. Uh, so yeah, you get some football there, but
Absolutely hated it for the 30 minutes that I watched it Saturday morning, but you can still watch it.
who was it that you watched play?
Oh hell, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. All I know is the loud announcer was calling the game, the Gus guy, Gus
Yeah,
Johnson.
I like him because he's usually in really there's his games always go to overtime.
So, I don't know, sometimes I don't care too much for him, but
Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't mind him as an announcer or commentator. Um, but that's just me. So what did you do Saturday that kept you from watching the game, or you just didn't want to watch? Oh no, excuse me. The obvious YouTube TV issue is why you didn't get to watch the game. Is that the reason?
yeah, that's the reason. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure if the game was on, I would have had it on, if I could have watched it. But I'm glad I didn't because yeah, that would just really put a damper on my Saturday. Now I went to Home Depot, had a nice little Saturday, went to Home Depot, uh went and ran some errands, ran some power tools, cut some lumber, and put some stain on some stuff. So that's what I did.
Okay, fun times. Like I said, I was in Eureka Springs from Saturday afternoon through the evening. I was running in that morning. I didn't realize the YouTube TV thing was a thing until last night when I got home. I saw that I was thinking maybe I could catch some of the Razorback game if it was on some channel, and I turned on the TV and I was like, why am I just? Because I'll look for a channel and then I just go right by it. I did that like 3 times before I realized, okay, this isn't on. Like this isn't on here. What happened? So I Googled it and it said, yeah, in October midnight, October 31st or whatever it was, YouTube TV's deal with ESPN ended and everything affiliated with it, SEC Network, etc. So I said, "Oh, well, bummer," because I almost texted you like, "Hey, are you able to get ESPN?" And then I just Googled it and was like, "Oh, okay, so that's a thing." It's just not around anymore. I've got a busy schedule anyway, so it's not that big of a deal for me. Plus, there are a billion streaming options now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know, hopefully they get that figured out. I would like to watch some sports at some point, and I don't care for ESPN shows or anything like that anymore. I haven't for a long time
Just
now.
just
But they got
PTI. It's
yeah, but I don't even watch that anymore just because I'm
they're
doing
they're
something.
hardly ever on like together anymore. It's always one or the other with a guest spot. Which most time, they have some good guests on there, but it's good stuff whenever both of them are on there.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I haven't watched the show in years at this point. Just because I'm busy during that time and don't have it recorded or anything like that. But it's what it is, man. Razorback football. I'm like you. I don't, and that's the thing. Like I told Michelle, I was like, I don't care to see the game. I would much rather. I would much rather drive to the sticks in Arkansas and look at an old beat up RV than watch the Razorbacks play.
Dude, I'd much rather go get a tattoo of a unicorn blowing bubbles than watch the Razorbacks play football at this point. It's god awful.
Yeah. Well,
Tattoo on my forehead too. Yeah.
okay.
It's how much I don't want to watch Arkansas football.
Who do they play next week, or are they off?
Oh, well, we're on a bye, so we'll lose that one. And then we play LSU, so we'll lose that one. And then we'll close out I think we might play Texas. We'll lose that one. Hell, we might even make old Manning get back into the front runner for Heisman with that game. And then
Right.
we'll close out the year getting curb stomped by Missouri's backup quarterback.
Yes.
Sounds fun. Let's buckle up because it's going to happen.
Missouri will win that game because they always do.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Missouri will win that game.
dude.
And you're right on the
Missouri could show up one year with 5 players total, and we could be ranked number one. They're still going to somehow win that game.
they will. That's
I
Missouri's
don't know
trophy.
how, but it's just going to happen.
They should just rename that trophy Missouri's trophy. The Battle
Just
Line
remove Arkansas.
Missouri's
Just
trophy.
remove Arkansas's half from the bottom of it. Just make it in the shape of Missouri. So hey, we got our trophy.
Or just weld that Missouri thing
paint
just
the
in the
whole
spot.
paint the whole thing yellow. Weld
Yeah.
the middle piece in there. Yeah.
Yeah, just weld it there.
Save yourself the trouble. Throw out the Razorback piece. Just throw it away. You can recycle it or
Throw it
something.
away.
Because you're
Just
never going
throw
to
it
freaking
away
use it.
because you don't need it. Yeah, it's
No.
like you don't need it. Just throw it
It's
away.
only been used once,
You know,
right?
it probably got lost several years ago, and nobody's cared to replace it because they know Arkansas isn't going to win.
They'll just 3D print one whenever we win it again here in 30 years.
Yes. Okay, enough Razorback football talk. I talk about the basketball team, but I didn't get to see them play. I did see highlights last night. I did turn on highlights, and the Darius Acuff looks really good.
Yeah.
Looks like a really good player. This is the Cal effect.
Mm-hmm.
Talented young players, and point guard in particular. Yeah, we're not going to miss Boogie Flan.
No, ask Florida how they're liking Boogie Flam with their loss last night and him missing a wide open three to end the game. They're loving it. But yeah, I watched Boogie miss quite a few layups and jumpers last night. Um, yeah, hopefully he can turn it around, but not whenever he plays Arkansas.
Well,
So
he's
we'll
not as
see.
good. He's not as good as Darius Acuff from the little bit I've seen. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's not as good as that kid. There's a reason Boogie Flan entered the transfer portal. He wasn't going to see much playing time with that guy on the. Uh, and I go back to the two most noticeable things were that man that Darius Acuff is really good and is going to be really good, and Cal figured out what to do with Trevin Brazil.
Yep.
Eric Musselman had no clue what to do with Trevin Brazil. Nothing. There was
I'm
no
just glad they
reason. There was no reason a guy that long, that athletic, and that fast slasher type of player should be playing on the wing shooting threes, and he's not even a good shooter. Like, why is
yeah, and
this
he
guy?
should
Why is this guy just sitting there shooting threes? Cal is showing why he's a Hall of Fame coach. He knows what to do with Trevin Brazil, and Brazil has gotten better. I mean, I hope he stays healthy, but I mean, he's Cal's figured out what to do with him, and he's gotten even better. That was the best decision Trevin Brazil has ever made as far as basketball goes. Was staying when
Yeah.
Cal took the job. He was the only one, right? He was the only one that stayed.
Yeah. Only one. And then his second best decision after that is cutting his hair and taking the color out of this season. Looks a lot better. I mean, he
Oh,
is an eighth year senior. He ought to start acting like an adult. He's like 30. So,
but yeah, he's playing. He played well last night from the highlights that I saw, and knows how to play knows how to play the game, team basketball wise. At least right now, we saw it last night, and it's night and day from what we saw 2 3 years ago. Night and day difference in a positive way. So I'm excited about Razorback basketball. Hopefully, we'll get to watch some of it. Um, I think YouTube TV will get it. I think they'll work a deal because they're going to lose a lot of subscribers if they don't, us included.
mhm.
But yeah, Razorback basketball. Looking forward to that. They do play on Fox Saturday against Michigan State, right? Isn't it Saturday?
I couldn't tell you. Don't get me lying to you.
I know they play Michigan State some at some point this week. I think it's Saturday. I think it's a Fox game. So a big game there, top 25 matchup. Looking forward to that. What the little bit of sports I did see Saturday was what I was the game I really that's the only one I really cared to see was the World Series. It's game 7. Like it's game 7. This is something I want to see. I know I'm in Eureka Springs and I'm only here for the night. I hadn't been there in a few years. I wanted to go, live up what I could, but I did want to see some of that game too. And so I caught a little bit of it at the restaurant we were at. It was still early in the game then. They had just started, but I had it on in our hotel room, and uh, Michelle was wanting to go hang out around go see the hotel and stuff. And I was like, I get it, but the game's, I think, almost over. Like, I want to stick around for a little longer. I was like, we got all night. The ghosts aren't going to be out and about just yet anyway. Maybe. Which, by the way, speaking of that, it's considered by many, at least in the Southeast, to be the most haunted hotel in America. For anybody wondering what the Crescent Hotel is, I turned the TV off when we left the room 2 times. Came back on, and the TV was on. Both times, the TV was on.
Just been static in the TV. Didn't turn all the way off.
No, I'm the first time I thought that. I made sure the thing was turned off the second time. I was like, okay, this is off, right? It's off. All right, let's go. Came back, the thing was on. The only thing I can think is somebody in another room, the TV, the remotes are all the same, and maybe it turned it on. That's what I'm thinking. That's the most logical explanation. But I did think that was a little weird. But I did stick around for that game long enough to see the go-ahead home run, the game, what ended up being the game-winning home run. Now, after that, this was extra innings at this point. After that home run, I was like, okay, we can go hang out around the hotel and I'll just check the score later. And by the time we got back to the room, it was the Dodgers celebrating on the field. And that was the final score. So I did end up seeing what became the game winning home run.
You didn't get to see the wackiness of the ninth inning?
No, I saw the ninth inning, the top of the
Okay.
game. No, I actually didn't. No, I actually didn't. I walked in. I walked into the room and and that's what made me sit down and say, okay, I need to finish watching this because was it Rojas's tying or yeah, game tying home run with 2 outs
Yeah.
in the ninth.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in as they were replaying that.
So you didn't get to see the Blue Jays screw up, bases loaded with one out.
No,
All
I
they
guess
had to
not.
do was hit a sac fly. All they had to do. All they had to do.
Wait, in the
Screwed
bottom
it
of
up.
the ninth?
In the bottom of the ninth, they had bases loaded with one out and didn't score any runs. All they had to do was sacrifice fly.
I did see that actually. I did see that.
I mean, there
Uh,
was dude some defensive gems in that game, like that the what 6-4-6 double play. That was insane. But the craziest play had to been the old big lurch over there making the catch in center field over the guy who got burned. I have no idea why they were even in like set up like that, shifted like that. It didn't make any sense to me, and it about cost them. But luckily, like I said, they had that what looked to be 7 foot compared to that other guy just running over there and somehow made the catch. So
yeah, I was thinking that ball might drop. That ball might drop, and then
I was
I
thinking it was
don't
going to
know.
drop the whole time.
I don't know why Kiko Hernandez was trying to. I know he was trying to make a play, but that was center fielder's ball, and he did. The center fielder was right to just overtake him and go get it.
Not
Otherwise,
going to
that
give you
ball's
that
dropping.
over the shoulder basket catch. That's yeah. I don't care how good you are. That's a hard catch.
Yeah, that wasn't Kiko Hernandez is not Willie Mays, so I would not have trusted that. It's a low percentage play either way. So center
Yep.
fielder did the right thing. That's his ball anyway. So that was a good call there. I did see that the wackiness of the bottom of the ninth, but and I did see the home run in extra innings, and then I was like, okay. And by that time, I was in the room long enough. I was like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go see this hotel. Um, but I did see that. I did see the game. What ended up being the game winning run. What else went on in the sports world? Of course, there was Pro Football Sunday. Even then, I watched a limited amount of it. The game that I would have wanted to see, at least the end, would have been Bengals Bears.
Yeah. Bengals Bears. That game screwed me over in fantasy because T Higgins just apparently was unguarded the whole freaking game. Uh, Scored like quadruple what he was projected to, maybe quintuple what he was projected to, and I lost by 5 points. Didn't help that Jane Daniels got his arm twisted up in a game that he shouldn't even been in, to be honest. At that point in time, that didn't help me out either. And then, yeah, I don't even want to think about it. I lost to historically the worst team in our fantasy league, and I can't stand it. I hate it.
Yeah, dislocated elbow, right? Jaden Daniels. I
Yeah.
did. I did see the injury. I didn't watch that, or I didn't watch that game. What game was that? Was that
It
the?
was a Sunday night game. It was
Okay.
Seattle and Washington, and the game was dude. The game was over by the first quarter. Like Seattle, yeah, Washington went three and out. Seattle just marched downfield, scored. Seattle went to punt or something, or no, they fumbled or threw an interception. I don't know, but they scored like three touchdowns in the first quarter to zero. And I was like, yeah, this game's over. All the primetime games, Sunday night football and Monday night football, have all been stinkers except for like one the whole season. I mean, this is after what, 9 weeks? And we've only had one, and that's including like the double headers and everything else. Yeah, NFL kind of sucks this season. Not gonna lie.
The opening games or the games on opening weekend were good. But you're right. For the large part, it hasn't been exciting. Bills Chiefs. I got home in time to catch the second half of that game, and it wasn't all that intriguing. I kept waiting for Mahomes to do something, and it never happened.
They just, they'd stop the Chiefs and they'd be 3rd and 17 or 3rd and 25, and then the Chiefs would make some phenomenal throw and catch, and hey, it's first down again. But yeah, it was pretty much like that the whole freaking game.
But yeah, Bengals Bears was the big one. The at least as far as the outcome of the game goes, that would have been the exciting one to see. Joe Flacco's our age out there throwing the ball, 470 yards passing. Uh, Caleb Williams making magic happen.
Started in my other league, so he did good.
There you go. Well, I also lost in fantasy. I lost by less than 6 points, and I had guys that did nothing. I got zero contribution out of my running back, which is nothing abnormal. You and I are both in the same boat there. Brock Bowers made his return, and for the first time this year, looked like the number one tight end. Had I
Yeah.
think almost 40 points. Him and Puka Nakua are really the only reason I had a chance. I got zero contribution from DK Metcalf and Willie Marks, zero. And but it was good to see Brock Bowers back playing again. You and I playing like Brock Bowers again. You and I are both 5-4, same record in fantasy. How are you feeling going into this week?
Feeling
About the
pretty
same.
good.
Well, I'm happy that Brock Bowers is back. I still got nothing at running back, and I don't know what I'm going to do there. I'm just going to
I just
have
got
to.
to find a quarterback. Just,
I'm Goff is going to get me what he gets me, anywhere between 16 and anywhere between 15 or 14 and 20 points a game, probably. Um, I'm okay with that, I guess. But I'm probably just gonna have to accept that I'm just not gonna have a running back worth doing anything this year, and just hope that I get enough contributions from everybody else. Because there's no way to fix that unless somebody gets hurt, which I don't wish. I just
yeah.
wish that I had a running back that would produce. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and I wish the two teams that have like five running backs on their bench would just let two of them go for anybody else, but they don't. Just like the other guy has three freaking quarterbacks on his team,
I didn't realize that.
and they're all ballers.
Who are they?
uh, I'd have to look it up. One of them's Mahomes, and he don't start Mahomes. Um,
I wouldn't either. There's no need to have two quarterbacks in our league.
no, nope,
I
none
say,
whatsoever.
I say that, and I ended up having to start Marcus Mariota on Golf's bye week last week. I knew that game was done for. Um, we'll end on this early MVP favorites NFL. If you had to name the MVP of the league right now, who would it be? It's not going to
I
end
mean,
that way.
it's not. But I mean, I would hope you would give it to Taylor, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat out his own quarterback. Danny Diamonds is what they're calling him now. What NFL network's trying to get going? I will say this because that's the only thing I could watch with YouTube TV on Sunday, NFL Network. So, um,
I'm with
but yeah,
you. I think Jonathan Taylor would be my pick, but it's probably going to be a quarterback, and it could be either Danny Dimes, it could be Baker, it could be Sam Darnold.
yeah. Well, I mean, they should just rename the MVP trophy to just best quarterback, and then they'll have best offensive player and best defensive player. They should just do that because nobody other than a quarterback wins it 95% of the time.
All right, well there you go. We're going to end on that, but we'll see y'all next week. Till then, I'm Graham Powell.
Another Brown.
Deuces, y'all.
Peace.